Doctor, do you celebrate Christmas yourself?
Each day is a Christmas for me.
The celebration of Christmas. What is Christmas?
Yes.
On the deeper side.
The day we call Christmas should be the day that the entrance of that which comes and is not mixed with the world. We ourselves, talking about the Christ, we are equally the coming of the Christ into this drama. Without the Christ, that is the Great Spirit, without the Christ, nothing can exist, because he is the basis of existence. Christ is a presence that is not mixed, that is not identifying with the drama. Humans are the Christ himself, entangled intentionally in a drama, in a dream.
Hello, good evening once again, Jan Cosmic Foundation. We welcome you back, and watch us live this and every weekend. Stay glued so that you can learn things related to spirituality, things related to the mind, and things related to the manifest world. And as usual, we have our usual guest here, Dr. Baffour Jan, to explain things to us. As you know, we have barely some few weeks to Christmas, and we want to look at the spiritual implications of celebrating Christmas. And per we Christians, we know it's the celebrating of the birth of Christ, but surely Dr. Baffour Jan is a mystic. He knows beyond that, and he's going to explain things to our understanding. Good evening once again. Good evening, Dr. Jan.
Good evening, beloved.
Thanks for catching you on the flip side. This is Jan Cosmic Foundation Media Team, and today we want to look at the significance of celebrating Christmas, since we have some few days to Christmas. But first of all, Doctor, do you celebrate Christmas yourself? Because it's something for we the Christians, and others don't see it as any celebration, but it's so dear to us Christians. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, each day is a Christmas for me.
Wow. So how will you explain how will you explain this? Each day is a Christmas for you. How are you explaining it to the layman?
Yes, when a new day dawns, we get up in the morning. Yes, it's not just awakening from the dream state of the night to this physical state, but it's awakening onto a higher platform beyond both external, internal. Internal is where we explore in the night, when we abandon the external, we go into the internal, then we return to the external. But I actually don't even leave the spiritual state, which is the awakening beyond these two. See, it's only we want to do service, so there is a kind of slowing down into the internal, but still we preserve the higher percentage of realization beyond the body and mind. Just a small percentage is allowed to express in mind, internal and external. So in that wise, the Christmas is supposed to be a period, a day to be reborn, because the birth of a Christ, the word Christ means the higher, you see, is a platform beyond physical and internal, you know, external and internal. Beyond it is what we call Christhood, you see. So if the day you are to try to relive, you see, to come back to that realization, then it's like a new birth, you see. Now, it's like a new birth of somebody, but that is wrong.
And that's what we understand it
Yeah.
to be, the birth of Christ. And
The birth
as
of
per what
Christ.
you are saying, Christ is even above the physical manifestation and the internal.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
but we are not thinking in that way. Dr. Jan, in reality, we want to know the celebration of Christmas. What is Christmas on the deeper side?
Yes. So, the day that the higher, if I say higher, I'm talking of the spirit, releases high frequency into the internal realm and then continues to let it enter into the external realm. So sometimes the spirit frequency enters into the internal realm and remains there. And sometimes it goes all the way to the physical, to the external realm. And when it happens like that, we say it's being born, because in that realm, they're not noticing that presence, but it comes. Now, once that energy, that high frequency goes all the way down like that, that day we can say, yes, good news, because high frequency is with us. You see, so when it happens like that, it enlivens the frequency of the mind, that is frequency of the internal, and it enlivens the frequency of the external, which is the physical realm. So such a day can be seen as good news day. And it's good news only when we take advantage of that day. Because if it's a day high frequency is with us or is coming down, then it's a day to be receptive. It's a day to relive that kind of thing. And it can happen any moment. It's not just some 2,000 years ago or something. No, 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 no. You see, time is nothing. Right now you're supposed to relive it. You see, and it happened in a way that we see it separate, because it's the Christ descending to a level, and there we call that person, because it's personalized. So that is clothed with the external body and internal presence clothing it. So because of that, we call that Jesus. You see, as an individual. So we call Jesus. But in actual fact, it's not bound to that energy. But other people, it is the same descent, but they are bound. That means they go there to partake in things. That is what we call a drama. They go there, they come into this world, if I want to say. People come, and it's like they want to explore. But here comes somebody, he's not coming to explore this world, but rather to awaken them to the fact that this exploration, because of polarity, whatever is attracting you there has an opposite. So remember, and always people get shocked, because whatever gives joy gives sadness. You see, it's just a matter of time. You think you are enjoying, and then the other side comes in. So that realization comes to certain people, everybody anyway, but it takes time for some people before they realize it. and then they re-seek
Okay.
to really hold off from this polarity altogether. And once they begin to back off from it, then there's so much peace. There's so much. That's why he came and said that the peace I have brought is not the peace of this world. See, the peace that has opposite. No, not that one. But, so this is a day we are to do the same. It's because it's just a yardstick or something, a measure of who we are and what we can become. You see, that's why he said, be ye perfect, even as the Father is. You see, so don't allow the polarity attraction to grip you to such an extent that you start to even cry. You see, because it shocks the soul to realize that every enjoyment here has an opposite, and every peaceful arrangement is interrupted with something opposite to peace. So it's shocking. But here comes a person telling you, oh, beloved, stop chasing the other side, which appears so wonderful, because the other side will come. You can't stop it. That is how it is made. So the only thing is, let there be something between you and that thing. You are here all right, but in between who you call yourself, there must be a difference with the whole thing going on.
Okay.
So it's a day, even if throughout the whole year one has forgotten or one is absorbed in all this and forgotten, that day, remember this, that somebody came and he demonstrated it, that all we are here to do, we initially are in the illusion that we can only take one side, the side that gives us comfort, the side that gives us pleasure, the side that gives us happiness. So we think it is possible to hold on to it. But time and again we realize it's not true. And nobody ever had it without the opposite.
Sure.
As long as you are here in this platform. But some realize it too late. It's just like, but some too have passed through so much. It's a school.
Yeah.
You know, they've passed through so much and they realize it, that yes. So it resonates well with them when you are telling them the truth. And they now begin to pull off gradually from the hold. And as they pull, the mind is has been conditioned to think of the pleasure you are living, the happiness you are living. But then you have to have something that enough is enough. I know that pleasure is a trap. It has the opposite. It's a trap. So you hold yourself, and it's a battle with the reasoning of the mind that you are living it, you are living, that is a joy, that is this, that is, so, but when you are listening to those who have backed off or who never mix with it, then you should get inspiration to continue pulling off. And the day we call Christmas should be the day that the entrance of that which comes and is not mixed with the world. Okay. You see, so we want to be like that.
Okay. So we will look at how to back off later in our discussion. But still, Doctor, I want you to explain who Christ is. Because per what you are saying, Christmas is not limited to only Christians. It's supposed to be for all of us. And I also read from somewhere some time ago that even the Krishna The birth of the Krishna, it's in the same line with that of the Christ.
Yeah.
And we also have others to doing the same thing. Who is the Christ? I want you to explain Christ. Who is really the Christ?
Yes. See, there is only one presence. Now, if you call that one presence Christ, then all the time in the past that one presence has manifested itself in this world, that means all that time Christ has come.
Okay.
You see, if you call that one presence Krishna, then all the time that that presence has manifested itself is all the same Krishna. So the same Christ, the same Krishna. See, so once we understand like that, then there is this wonderful thing we need to understand further, that we ourselves, talking about the Christ, we are equally the coming of the Christ into this drama. But in our case, the intention is to explore.
Okay.
You see, so we are here exploring, we are here dabbling in things. It is the same Christ.
Okay.
But the Christ who is gone all the way to explore in his own frequencies, his own energies, which are lowered, you know. So then the Christ, the same one Christ, then comes. This is what makes it a drama. Then he comes and he says, enough is enough. So it's a role he comes to play again in that sense, that this situation, have you learned the lesson that the whole thing is designed in such a way that whatever lures you in it, it's never is permanent. It is going to be interrupted by the opposite of it. That is the design. So he comes to prompt his own paths, which I've come to explore.
Okay.
But he comes to just prompt them out of it. Because a drama always goes and comes to a point where the whole drama can now be understood.
Okay.
But when going through the drama, one is not ready to look back to understand the whole drama. It's just forward.
Yeah.
But there is a point, you are getting closer to the end of the drama, then you begin to be ready to know all that has gone on and the experiences, because there were periods you tried to enjoy this and that. It went on, very pleasurable things here and there, but where are they? They are gone. Then you begin to think, then I've been seeking it again. I got it, but where is it? It has slipped out of my hand. And it's not merely slipping off, but it's replaced by something painful, something challenging, you know. So these kind of things are going on in the drama, and one comes to awaken that I never think there is anything else inside it which will not be interrupted by its opposite. You see, so he comes to whisper into the ear.
I've got you. I'm now understanding you. Even initially you said it will come and tell your own parts. Which means it's just a one presence using...
Yeah, it's one presence.
Yeah, different parts to operate.
It's just one presence. So truly, he's playing games with himself. You see, that one presence is playing games with himself because there isn't any other, only one. But he has a way to play games with himself. He's aware, but there is nothing to be aware of. So he just make believe. That is why we call it dream. Make believe that he's separate and that he's doing this and that and so on. So then he himself again comes inside it to prompt them, hey, and it makes the game interesting. Yeah, you've been in for too long, don't you realize? So in such a way, we are, so the things that the Christ that we think of him in a certain form and that he lived in a certain place, we are putting limitation on the Christ. He's not limited to body. Christ is in everything, and in you, the real Christ, not the limited Christ people have in their minds.
That is our perception, the Christ that we know in you know, the TV and the video and in the Bible. That is the external perception. That is how we see it.
Without the Christ, that is the Great Spirit, without the Christ, nothing can exist, because he is the basis of existence. That is, for example, if you are not there, where will your dream be? It is you, because of you, that dream can come. You see, you can dream, but imagine, just let us say you don't exist. Would there be the dream by itself existing?
No.
It exists because you are dreaming it. You see, so
does it mean Christ is the same as spirit?
Sure.
Okay.
That is something people don't know. They are thinking it's a person. Person, you can say Jesus, but Jesus the Christ, that means Jesus he's entered into the world, so let's call him Jesus.
Okay.
Then realizing that even though he entered the world, he's not of this world, so he's the Christ.
Christ, sure. Okay.
You see, this is the understanding we have to capture.
Okay.
He entered the world. Because of that, we can identify his form with a body, and at a place called Bethlehem, and at a certain time in history, in life, and a parent or mom or this and that, and activities he did. But all those is just describing Jesus. But when we come to understand, when he's saying that birds have nests and the other animals, they have holes, but the Son of Man has no place like that. That means the things we identify with, he's not identifying with them. You see, and that makes him the Christ. See, so Christ is a presence that is not mixed, that is not identifying with the drama. And it is the same Christ, though, who is identifying in the drama as all the humans and animals and this and that. But we draw a line between it, that this is the Christ in, let's say, entanglement. And the Christ not entangled comes in. This is how the drama works. It's just a show.
So Christ in entanglement and the Christ that will relieve the Christ in entanglement.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so can you compare this to the lower and the higher mind as you used to teach us?
Yes.
Like the Christ in the drama is that of the lower mind, and the Christ coming to save is that of the higher mind.
Not that way.
Can you explain further?
The Christ who is coming to save, when he comes, you see, the external, internal, when you are moving, you normally come through the internal to reach the external.
Okay.
You see, so there are even those who are returning from the entanglement, from the external, and they have reached the internal. So when he is coming, he's for them too.
Okay.
Yes. He's, but just as he said, I didn't come for the righteous, came for the sinners, or whatever word you use. But what he means is that those who are returning and they have reached this side,
The internal. He didn't come for
them. He knows they are heading home. Yeah. They are heading home. So he goes to those who are still absorbed inside and sleeping souls. Sleeping souls, you see. So that is what he meant. And in this way, when he leaves the external, as he left the external, people think straight away he was gone back to full realization, away from these things. No. When he leaves there, then those in the internal realm, he slows down to encourage them forward.
Okay.
He does further service.
Okay.
See, he does further service unknown to those in the external side.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, you are watching Jan Cosmic Foundation. We are looking at Christmas and its significance and what we can learn from Christmas. And Dr. Baffour Jan is here teaching us very, very excellent teaching. And I want you to join by subscribing to our channel so that you can get our videos this and every weekend. And also, if you have any question, you can just comment so that he will answer for us. Dr. Baffour Jan, there is a whole lot of controversy and questions about the date we celebrate Christmas, 25th December. I know you've heard of it before. I don't know if you have some quick comments about that. Is that the right date we should celebrate Christmas, 25th December?
There are a few questions in this world that are answered with yes and no. Yeah. There are many things in the drama that are not conforming to how we tally things, how we calculate things. Yet, the drama made it so. Therefore, it falls in the perfection of the drama.
Okay.
You see? Yes. Sometimes something happens in the drama and people think, oh, it shouldn't have happened at that time. It should have happened like this. But the drama designed it that way.
That's how it should happen.
It should happen. For example, when people leave this world, then there isn't any occurrence in this world that is not connected to many other occurrences, because it's just one presence. So for you to take birth, there will be so many causes around to make it happen. Then leaving your body, there will be several causes around to make it happen. And then when all the causes are assembled and it makes it happen, then we are saying it shouldn't have happened at that time. You shouldn't have happened at that time.
What other time should it
That's why people want what caused it and who killed him, all that. You see, because even if it is somebody who killed him, it is designed in the drama. It's a perfect
arrangement.
Yes, it's in the drama that it has to, because it has to live by a certain process.
Okay.
And certain factors will assemble around to indicate that this is the timing. And in fact, it conforms with the breath, as I always say. We have a certain number of breaths, and we have to. So when the breath is ending, the number of breaths you have is ending, then circumstances will all be adjusted around to make it happen. And then it ends.
Okay.
And then onlookers will say, oh, it is that who did it. This person that did, due to this, due to that, due to that. And so what? That thing has happened at that time. So Christ was born, and whatever the truth about the time he was born, yet the drama dictates that this is the date to be used. Doesn't matter. What matters is the significance.
Okay. That's what the drama wants us to learn.
Yes.
Okay.
The lessons that he brought. Yes. What he represented. The souls entangled, and he, without entanglement, he's inside it, and he lives throughout his life. No entanglement with any of these worldly things. So that is unique, and that is where we have to awaken, where we have to benefit. It's not a question of when and all those kind of things.
Okay.
See, the drama dictates that it should be that date it becomes, you know. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that is the day he was born, but the drama dictates. And in the long run, it goes here, goes there, goes there, and decision, and it's there. And wherever it has been put is the design of the drama. And just get the meaning of it, learn from it, utilize it, build yourself out of entanglement. And that is the essence.
Okay, okay. Doctor, some of the lessons we can learn from Christmas. I know there are a lot, but maybe you can share some few ones with us. Christmas, what are some of the lessons we should learn? Is it enjoyment, eating, drinking? That is most of the things we do. It's Christmas, I have to buy new clothes for my kids. I have to give something to my family. I have to dress properly, organize some, a lot of things. What are some of the main things we can learn from Christmas that will help us evolve rapidly?
Good. When the Christ manifested or appeared in this plane, the internal, external state, the pronouncement reaches out all the way from internal to external. There is good news. You see, good news. Why is it good news? We are in the drama, forgetting that it is a drama, and it comes to awaken his own parts being expressing, and came with the idea of playing roles. But he comes to play an extraordinary role, but because the role to remind you are just playing a role. He knows, but those entangled in the role playing, they don't even know. They have reached where they are so absorbed that they don't even know that it is their own self who decided the drama and entered it. It's the same one presence, but it goes to the extent, then this one, another part of the same self comes in to say, hey, hey, hey. So in this way, the good news is that we have the opportunity to sort of back off or release the strings of bondage.
Attachments.
Yes. All the strings of bondage to the world can be loosened. And that is what is called burden. Because when you absorb like that, it is upon you like a kind of weight. So it's a kind of a burden souls are carrying. And he comes and says, I'm coming to unburden you. You see. So in this way, if we understand it, then we see that it is good news. Then on that day, what he expected, the effect of his mission, if we make it happen with us as individuals, then it's like there is some kind of fulfillment, and we don't remain the same. See, the day that we begin to actually live it, that is the day you say you are born again. Because one birth puts you into exploration, and one birth takes you out of that state of consciousness of exploration, and you back out. So it is that second birth, and he represented it. So it's a day that we need to ensure that even if the whole year we haven't gotten ourselves in tune with this truth, then that day is a reminder. That day we actually have to get to the essence of the whole message.
But is it enough that day?
No, the point is
a
this.
Reminder.
Yes, you see, you do it to yourself.
Okay.
Then he, in that state, was helping others to awaken. Therefore, his mission was to awaken people. So that day, first of all, you awaken. You use that day to pull yourself into that state. And then secondly, render service to others.
Okay.
So it's two things you have to do during such a period. If you are forgotten and you are inside, that day awaken to yourself. Then help others also to be in that state. So it's help to yourself, and then render service to others. You see? So if you do something for people, it should be something that makes them at least get some kind of peace, some kind of bliss and love. Genuine love. You express it that day to people, and express the peace which doesn't have opposite, even if it is a little bit, express it. If you are expressing that love and peace and joy, it's like it knows no boundary. It's not like the way we think it. My children and your children and this and that and that. No, it's a loving state. Or who can, if you have the means to help people, help anyone who enters your field of consciousness, help the person. You see, because that is the mood of the Christ. You see, whoever enters his field must not go without being touched about, try to awaken.
What kind of help can I give to somebody during such occasions?
Yes. Even inspiring words.
Okay.
Because sometimes,
not only gifts.
Yeah. Even if you are giving a gift to somebody, it's not a gift that will put the person in entanglement. For example, you buy drinks to go and give to somebody. He drinks and misbehaves. You have giving Christmas.
But doctor, we do that. It's Christmas. Let's go out, chill, small, we drink, and maybe we.
It's a deviation anyway, because the significance of that day is different. There are other days, if you are doing that, you do. But the significance of that day, you need to really help people genuinely.
Yeah.
You see, so whatever comes from you that day should be pulling people out of the anxieties. Sometimes you counsel them, you detect their problem and you solve it, or you help them and encourage them, and so on and so forth. When you are doing that, of course, charity begins at home. So if you are there that day, you don't go out. At home, your children, your people, you find out their challenges that are bearing on their aura, and you help them, they release, the stress. You have not been minding your children, they do anything, but that day, get them across.
Okay.
First of all, you be in the mood, be peaceful. Pull away from the external peace which has opposite, and be very peaceful that day, be very loving, and then get them into your field. And when you find whatever is bothering them, you try to address it. Sometimes it may be individual, you get them and you sit with them and all that. And once you can do these things, sometimes you can also visit your parents if they are in a distance, or they are in the village, or they are somewhere, and see what they are feeling at that stage and what they have stored so much. Sometimes when you sit with them, they will start releasing, they will be talking to you, you see their concerns. And then from the peaceful point of view, you'll be able to bear on him to release, let go, let go, let go, let go. And it is great service like the Christ came to do. And then you are in rapport with Christ, you are in resonance with the Christ. And it's a day to do that. But not many of those things that sometimes people do to increase bondage to the external. No. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we understand what you are talking about, but some quick, strategy on how to lessen the burdens. I think maybe you've taught us a lot and a lot of techniques. Last week I practiced what you showed us. Very wonderful. You have so many techniques, but maybe this is going to help somebody. So maybe you can give us something very small, and to help somebody going back home. So maybe you can help us with one technique.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas technique.
Yes. Christmas technique. Yes. Especially, it's a day that Christ came to be among humans. Humans are the Christ himself, entangled intentionally in a drama, in a dream, you see. And the Christ comes not entangled.
Yeah.
So it's a day you want to disentangle yourself, and that is the time you are actually following how he did it.
Okay.
You see, he came, and the purpose is not just to enjoy this world. Just as the prodigal son comes, let me go enjoy in the drama. You see, so give me, you see, the body is designed in such a way that the enjoyment is inside it. Your tongue, your hearing, sweet,
the senses.
your sight, you see beautiful things. So all these are the property that we ask for, and it's given us, and we enter the drama. So you are enjoying with it, But unfortunately, it reaches a point that we realize this is all the time going to be interrupted, because it's not our home. It's not our reality. It's a dream, you see. So the technique you can have very simple on that day is that I am we can use the external word like light. I am the light of this world. You see, light comes to shatter darkness. Christ comes to shatter ignorance. Because you ignore your reality and you are caught in all these kind of things. So he comes to shatter it. You see. So in a sense, it's like his light. That's why he said, you too, you are the light of this world. But you are entangled in the darkness. Why do we carry light and put it under something so that it doesn't shine? That is what you are doing to yourself. He said it. You see. So the light should be brought out and let it stand and shine. So just see yourself as the light of this world, and not just thinking it, feel it. And the light, and light shines, so you radiate.
Okay.
Feel it, that this is the reality, this is the truth. It's not what I used to call myself. It is not a body, it is not a mind. I'm spirit, and spirit shines. Spirit is awareness. Awareness is light, in the sense that light represents awareness on higher level. On lower level, light is shining into the darkness. So on higher level, spirit is shining into the ignorance here in the drama. You see, so that spirit is me. That is the real I. So your definition of yourself should be changing. And once it is changing, everything else will change.
Okay.
Change should be internal, and external will change. People are battling with trying to change things externally. But that is unfortunate struggle, unnecessary struggle. But we realize it too late sometimes in our lives. See, but once you get the technique and you are really feeling, you are the spirit. Feel. Feeling goes beyond thinking, because if you are feeling very well, thought even vanishes. You see what happens in things like when people, let's say, they get into drugs and they go high, the so-called high. So when you are feeling that high, thoughts vanish. Worries vanish. That is why people want it. Because all the thinking. You see that when you are feeling, the thinking stops. You get it? So the same way, things like sex, the reason people go for it is because when you are in the feeling, then thoughts vanish. So all your worries and thinking, they are gone.
And that's our original nature.
So yes, our original nature is beyond mind.
Yeah.
So all the beliefs are in the mind, and they are not spiritual, as people think. This is spiritual, this is spiritual. As much as it is something harbored by the mind, it is not spiritual. You go beyond the mind, and the reality is there. Okay. So at that state, when you feel you are the light, it's not even seeing of light. You transcend it, just feel. And once you feel very well, then you radiate the light. It's not outside of you, you are the one. You are the thing itself. You see, so it's not something outside there you are looking at. When you are seeing, it means the thing you are seeing is there and you are here. But now you feel, then it gets to the point you are the thing itself. So it's not outside of you. Sometimes people want to see things, they want to see things. But when you come to realization that seeing is not a topic. Okay. Seeing is mental. You see, but you bypass mental and realizations come. So if you are doing that properly, and you feel, first you begin, I am the light. If you have been following the earlier techniques, you might be able to calm the mind even before saying it. But if you can't calm the mind, like through the breath, balancing the breath, once the breath gets balanced, the mind will slow down. And then when you say, I am the light, then the light will be there. Then go beyond that and feel. Now once you are feeling, then there will be no light to see. You have become the light. You are the light itself.
Okay.
So you are the light of this world. Shine. That is it.
All right, so I'm the light of the world. If you have any comments about this technique, if you any comment about this discussion, please share it down below, and Doctor will possibly answer it for you. Doctor, your final words, Christmas and its spiritual implications.
Yes, yes. As the Christmas is just around, beloved brothers and sisters, whatever resources, whatever in the drama is being sent to your field, you see, it can be money, it can be gifts, it can be whatever is being pushed into your field must play two roles. First, the first role is for it to help you stop worrying, and once you lessen the worries and concerns, you are actually getting closer and closer to the realization of your Christhood. Okay. And as that happens, then you turn around to render service. You can use the very same resources that entered your field, some of it, to render service to other people.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this way, you fulfill Christmas. So that is it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor.
You are welcome.
Thank you also for your time. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos this and every weekend, and you will be blessed. See you again next week.